Today, I'd like to show you how I use some MCP servers to give me a summary of any Slack messages that I missed overnight. We have a globally distributed team here at SlackLock, so a lot tends to happen overnight. I'll specifically concentrate on our News in Tech Slack channel, where people share any interesting or relevant links about stuff that's happening in the industry. I'll first show you what I've built, and then I'll get into the details about how I got there. So I'm actually using a VS Code feature called prompt files to create a shortcut for my prompt so I don't have to type the whole thing. What that means is if I type tech news, it'll give me a summary of all the news articles in Slack from the past 24 hours. You can see it working here, and first it's going to use the Slack MCP server to list the channels, then get the conversation history. Then it's going to use the fetch MCP server to get the content from any of the links that are in the channel. And here you can see the tech news that we found interesting. So that's the idea. Let me show you what tools I used to build this. So first I'm going to need some MCP servers, and for this I'm going to use ToolHive, since it already has a registry, it keeps my token secure, and it'll run the MCP server in a container. I'll start off with the fetch MCP server, which is already part of the registry. This doesn't need any environment variables, so I can just start it, and it'll let me fetch content from the internet. For the Slack MCP server, I'm going to need a token, so I'm going to create a secret to put that token in. And then I'm going to come here and add a custom MCP server, because this one's not part of the registry. It's going to come from a package manager. I'll call it Slack. It's going to be standard IO transport. It's going to be npx, and I'll put the package name in here. And I know this MCP server needs some additional command arguments, so I'm going to pass those in as well. Finally, it needs the API key as an environment variable, so I'm going to give it the secret that I created earlier. Now it's going to start up, and it's going to be running in a container. If I go to my clients, I can turn on VS Code, and ToolHive will set up my MCP servers in the VS Code configuration. So then, if I come over to VS Code, I can see in my tools the two MCP servers that I set up, the Slack MCP server and the fetch MCP server. I'll paste in a prompt, and this will use both of the MCP servers. It's the same one that I showed earlier. And by default, it asks me to confirm tool usage, so I'll just go ahead and do that. First for the Slack, then for the fetch the first time, and for the fetch one more time. And yeah, it's going to start giving me the same summary that you saw at the beginning of the video. Finally, to make my life a little bit easier, I created this prompt file, so I don't have to remember the prompt every morning. This is just a shortcut for pasting the prompt. I'll go ahead and cancel it because we've already seen it. So I'll show you how I created the prompt file. In here, you can see what I've done. I've just pasted in the same prompt that I shared earlier, and I've also set up the tools so that it can only access the tools from the two MCP servers. From the first two tools are from the Slack MCP server, and then fetch is from the fetch MCP server. So that's one way that I've made my morning catch-up a little bit quicker. If you do something similar, or if you're using ToolHive, come chat with us on Discord, or check out the GitHub repository to get started.